Here, after everything everybody went through, how's the feeling seeing it finally completed? I understand last night was the first time with the beginning credits and the sepia tone. How's the feeling?
I mean, after being involved in a project and investing so much time, you sort of, after a while, you sort of sit there and just hope for the best, you know. I mean, I was shooting the movie for, 6 to 7 months, and you just hope that it'll be everything that you expect the film to be, and that you invest in the film. And overall, I mean, I'm ecstatic about it. I think it's everything that I expected.
Actually, that's a good point, because you tend in the past you tended to avoid this type of production, this size, this expectations, but you took this one. Why?
I wanted to try something new. I mean, I didn't traditionally. I mean, I still have the same attitude that most films of this scale tend to be really, they don't there's not a lot of thought put into it besides the special effects. It lacks a lot of content, and I have shied away from those movies because they haven't been very good for the most part. But this movie I didn't want to discriminate against just because it was a larger scale picture. I mean, it was, a completely well-written, fantastic piece, and I wanted to do it for that sole reason. So
we all know it was tough. How tough was it?
It was pretty tough. I mean, I talked to Jim about it, and I said, this must pale in comparison to The Abyss, which was pretty much this film underwater.
All the time.
Exactly. But he said, you'd be surprised this film was just as hard, if not harder, than The Abyss. So, for me, it was like unlike anything I've ever done before, so of course it was difficult, but it's surprising to hear that.
Toughest? What was the toughest thing? Being in that water, that final scene?
Just the overall endurance of keeping focus for that long, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to having to, stay focused and concentrate on what the characters are going through for that amount of time.
And is Jim Cameron as tough a director on actors as he is on crew?
Can definitely be tough, that's for sure. But for me, it's what I completely would expect somebody in that position to be like. I mean, if you're commanding something of this proportion, you have to have everyone focused. You have to, everyone around you needs to be aware constantly, otherwise something horrible can happen, So, somebody needs to steer what's going on, but he's completely passionate about what he does. I mean, he's a perfectionist to the utmost degree.
Yeah, actually, with the amount of detail you have in this movie, did you ever have the feeling that you were actually there?
Oh, yeah. There was plenty of times where, especially, when the whole ship is on hydraulics, arced up in the air, and you're running with 1,000 extras, you feel like, oh, God, I got to survive this,
That's pretty much the feeling. And I'm sure you're aware of the talk back in the States about awards, the possibility of pretty good take on awards here. How do you feel about it?
I think the film deserves everything and more. I think, it almost goes beyond a film for me. It's unbelievable.
So you think it's a good chance?
I think so.
I would say so. And this goes to Brazil. Do you mind saying something to Brazil? Like
sure.
All these bad Brazilians that you met? Say whatever you feel like saying.
Oh boy.
No, I'm bad. Do you want me to write a script? It's terrible.
Tell me, what do you want me to say?
Oh, hi Brazil. This is Telecine, which is actually
Telecine.
Telecine, it's the channel.
Telecine.
Telecine.
Telecine. Hello everyone in Brazil. This is Leonardo here talking about the Titanic on Telecine.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much. Obrigada.
Thank you.
And again,